A strange thought hit me recently. What happens when AI can remember you better than the internet ever could? Not just your photos, not just your old videos, not just social media posts floating around online. I mean, you, your voice, your stories, your personality, your way of thinking, your advice, your humor, your energy. And honestly, I don't think most people are emotionally prepared for what's coming next. Because we are rapidly moving toward a world where every person may eventually have a digital version of themselves, an AI twin. And no, I'm not talking about some science fiction robot walking around pretending to be you. I'm talking about something much more personal, much more believable, and honestly, much more powerful. Right now, AI can already clone voices with shocking realism. This video, for example, is being narrated using a professional voice clone of me. GPT helped write the script. And when I listen to it, I'm like, wow, it feels like me. AI generated the visuals. And this technology is still early, very early. But now imagine where this goes in 5 years, 10 years. Imagine recording your stories, your lessons, your beliefs about life, your experiences with business, marriage, failure, health, money, family. And instead of leaving behind a few old photos or videos, you leave behind an interactive version of yourself, a system your grandchildren could actually talk to. Imagine your future grandson asking, "What was Grandpa like when he was younger?" And instead of opening an old photo album, he speaks directly to an AI version of you. He hears your voice, your personality, your stories, your advice, not as a static recording, but as a living conversation. Think about how insane that really is. For thousands of years, human wisdom mostly disappeared when people died. Maybe a few books survived, maybe some photographs, maybe scattered memories. But now we are approaching something completely different, the possibility of preserving personality itself. And this doesn't only apply to family. Think about businesses. Imagine building an AI version of yourself that your employees can interact with. A version trained on your decisions, your philosophy, your systems, your values, your leadership style. New employees could literally learn directly from an AI version of the founder. 24 hours a day, your business knowledge becomes scalable. Your thinking becomes scalable. Even your communication style becomes scalable, and that changes everything, especially for entrepreneurs. Because one of the biggest limitations in business has always been this: you can't duplicate yourself. Or at least, you couldn't before. But AI is beginning to blur that line. And I think we're entering an era where the most valuable people won't simply create content. They'll create digital extensions of themselves, not fake versions, amplified versions. Imagine authors doing this, teachers, doctors, coaches, creators, parents, entire libraries of human experience suddenly becoming interactive. And honestly, I think this will affect people emotionally far more than they expect, because there's something deeply human about voice. When you hear somebody's voice, it feels different than reading text. It carries emotion, identity, presence. That's why hearing an AI clone of yourself for the first time feels almost surreal. It's not just technology anymore. It feels like memory becoming alive. And I know some people hear all of this and immediately think it sounds creepy. And honestly, if used the wrong way, parts of it absolutely could be. But every powerful technology works like that. The internet did, social media did, smartphones did. The real question is never whether technology exists. The real question is how humans choose to use it. And I think one of the most powerful uses imaginable is preserving wisdom. Because we live in a strange time right now. Humanity is generating infinite content, but very little lasting perspective. And maybe AI changes that. Maybe future generations won't only inherit money, photos, or possessions. Maybe they inherit guidance, conversations, stories, perspective. Maybe someday your children or grandchildren won't just remember what you look like. Maybe they'll remember what it felt like to talk to you. And honestly, I think that future is coming much faster than people realize.